Hey,
See who we got here. Hey, Cindy. Hey, Grandma's Homemade. Hey, Rhonda. We got something going on with her. Let's scoot it down a little bit. Ooh, is that too much?
what?
There we go. Y'all, look at this hair. Let me tell you. Have you ever had a moment where you wake up and think it is like morning? I laid down for just a little bit and I said, I'm going to lay down just for a little bit. I woke up, it was after 6 o'clock. I opened that door and he's, of course, watching TV. And I said,
Of course, watching TV.
I said,
Like I ought to do
did
that
you
a lot.
forget to wake me up? And he said, hey, JC. And he said, well, I thought it was like 5. No, it was after 6. Guys, I'm so glad to be back to normal. But my hair, literally, y'all, I literally jumped up. I was supposed to have supper done and everything, and that didn't happen. I felt like, look, Chris, you see, you're out of the range.
I'm doing something real quick, but I'm done.
He's been sitting in there 2 hours and
Now listen,
not doing nothing. And the minute
I've been
we get
working
on,
the whole time on the phone.
the minute that we get on live streaming, he's all of a sudden has to bring out the paperwork.
No, it's stuff I have to remember for tomorrow.
Anyway,
Grumpy.
this might be a short live.
Might
Well,
be.
what's going on, everybody? Because I got nothing. I watched Cliff today, and when I watch Cliff, nothing gets done but Cliff.
Yep, that's about right.
Nothing gets done. Oh, my hair is literally, y'all, probably the back has knots in it because seriously, y'all, I just woke up. Just woke up. Let's see. Oh, what y'all think about the broken spirit, calloused hands? Who all got to read that? Who all got to listen to that? That's what I meant to say. I debated whether or not to read that. Now, in my head, broken spirit, calloused hands is all already complete. You know, just it's not on paper, but
Yeah, they make medicine for that though.
hey, Sandra. Thank you, Cindy. Cindy, you and I would be best friends if we lived near each other, wouldn't we? Loved it. Can't wait. Can't to see where the story goes. Yeah, it was. I don't know when I edited this book, I sent it off to a real editor. She was in Texas, and she said both these books need to be a series. You need a second one of these books, and one was Daddy's Money, which the second is Broken Spirit, Calloused Hands, and then the other one was An Unexpected Family, which I haven't even sent that one to the publisher. I don't feel like it's ready. Let's see. What else going on? Oh, Rebecca, she put the down payment on the Disney cruise today.
Oh my goodness.
So we've got, let me see how many.
Like a year. No, not quite a year. Huh?
Let's see. Let me pull it up real quick. I've got
10 months or something.
I've got the app and everything. Hold on. Oh, I got to sign in.
Well, it's.
Oh my goodness.
It's 9 months. Is what it is. I think.
Yeah. I can't sign in. Because Rebecca has this weird password that I have to write it down to be able to. You can't remember it. You can't remember it and try to do it.
Maybe she did that on purpose.
Well, I thought I did a face ID for me, but I guess I didn't. And I am not sure. Let's see here. Oh, password. Oh, my word. Anyway, it's in March. It's in March. I think the first first week of March. That so whenever the kids, Rebecca's oh, oh, oh my gosh. Did I say Sandy? I forgot to tell Chris your AC question. I meant to, and I forgot to tell you your AC question. So
Okay, I'm through work. Right. What now?
let's see here. Let me pull it back up because there was an AC question that she sent. Now let me find it. Okay, here it is. I have the worst problem with my AC leaking. It's less than 3 years. I have one question for Chris. I will not hold you liable. Is there a no rinse coil cleaner you can recommend? I spent thousands getting it cleaned and repaired.
Well, there is a product that, I mean, you can do it yourself, but I mean, they have this product that you can buy online. You mount it, and it puts a little bit of bleach in your line, which goes in the coil. That she's in Florida.
Mm-hmm.
They like here. They have a tremendous humidity. Number one, we have what they call cold water algae. This little thing puts a little bleach. I don't know what else is in it, but I don't think there is anything else in it but bleach. That's what we use. You just pour bleach in there. And
can anybody buy it?
Yeah, you can buy it online, but it's got like a little, I guess like a once a week timer on it that puts a little bit of bleach in there, squirts it in there. I don't know the name of it, but I've seen it online.
You think they have that in Florida? Because every
Oh,
state is different.
No, it's something you can buy off of. I could find it probably, the name of it, but you can do it yourself. What I try to do is where it comes off of the unit,
Oh my
I'll
gosh.
just draw. I'll draw something.
I'm thinking liability.
This is why is it a liability? This is what I do.
Cindy's gonna blow her house up.
No, she won't.
Cindy, don't come back and tell me. Don't come back and tell me you blew your house up.
I'm drawing it, so y'all go ahead and talk.
He's gonna draw it. Hey, Debbie Phillips. My son-in-law puts bleach in hot water every couple of months. You know,
Pretty much the same. That's it.
sometimes I hear some people have more problems with that leaking through the roof and stuff.
Well, yeah.
So
our house that we sold, I constantly was blowing it out, and
what makes
but
the
it
difference?
was in the attic.
Oh, is that the difference if it's in the attic?
If it's here, you probably would never know it. It would leak straight down, like this house would go under the house. Unless it just
Oh.
leaked around on the floor, you wouldn't know it. But in a house, in the attic, it comes through the ceiling.
But it seems like there's some of our customers that
I don't like to put them in the attic, but that's where most of them are now.
they're
In
always
Mississippi,
having
anyway.
leak problems.
But this is just a simple thing.
It's okay, Cindy. We love you. We love you. So your son-in-law does put the bleach in the water in there.
Yeah, I mean,
But you know,
I put 1 cup of bleach in it. That's all I want to put in there, because if you put more than that, you get a pretty good smell.
bleach smell.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, as I say, some customers are just their units just
It-
do this.
Well, see
more.
what happens. You have to have a trap, and that keeps it. You know, the trap keeps from smells
Yes,
coming
yes,
back
yes.
through the unit.
Yeah.
Because most of the houses now, they are tied in the sewer. If you don't have the trap, you get the smell
Oh,
from the sewer. Even though it's way down the line, it just comes back up the pipe. But what I do is I put the trap right there. That's the unit, and I put a T with a little pipe sticking up and a cap that you can take off with your hands, and I pour it in that T right wherever I can't see it, right there. I just put a PVC T with a little piece of pipe and a cap, and I pour it in that, and it goes down that line, and it kills the algae, and therefore the drain.
doesn't
Right.
stop up.
But you know, every house is different. like our house here is a gas furnace, and it's not trapped. It's straight
Hey,
down.
Sherry Moore.
You know.
Wait, we got gas going under our house?
No,
What?
we have a gas furnace that the air blows through the coal. Most heat pumps, which is probably 90% of the units now, the air pulls through the coal. So there you got to have a trap when your air is pulling through it.
Oh.
Like that means our fan is below the coal where it gets cold.
Oh.
Heat pumps, the fans are above the coal. So you got to have a trap. And typically the ones without traps don't stop up because the trap by nature or what it is, it holds water all the time. It stops up more because it makes algae in there. Okay, that's all I want to do about air conditioning.
This concludes the AC portion of our seminar. Please join us tomorrow when we talk about filters.
Well, filters are very important. You wouldn't believe how many of them customers filter.
What's a filter?
Do we have a filter?
I didn't know I had a filter.
Yeah, you better.
Debbie Phillips said, Chris Van Gogh.
Yeah, well, I'm not an artist. Yeah.
But he does know his AC stuff and his refrigeration stuff. Thank goodness, because none of that sounded anywhere near where I needed to know.
No, you ain't never needed to know that.
No. Don't need to know. Y'all, all right, I'm going to show you.
Oh my goodness.
There we go. Y'all, my whole body was swollen. I didn't realize just
got to get my hair cut.
how swollen my body was.
I look like a short Ric Flair.
I listen to Vicky reading every day. I've bought all the books she hasn't gifted me. I think your books should be Lifetime movies. Oh, let's see. Did you see? No, I did not see the Northern Lights. I don't know.
They said that they'd seen them the week before or something. I don't know. I don't understand how they work, but
I don't know. I don't know.
And nobody said nothing about the short Ric Flair, did they? You know who Ric Flair?
Yeah.
The wrestling. I said I look like a short Ric Flair with his hair. I gotta get it cut.
We
No, you're not cutting it. So
hey, people will pay good money to see me cut your hair.
no,
I can give you a mohawk.
No, that's the reason you ain't cutting my hair.
Yeah, I have never been so surprised to wake up and think, oh, it's morning. It's like, wow. I'm so rested. It's morning. It was Owen Hart. Yeah, and I was grumpy today. Now I don't know why I was grumpy, but I was. I even told him, I said, look, I think I'm grumpy.
She didn't have to tell me that.
So that's why I laid down to take a nap. You know, Clifford was like, can we go swimming? No, not today. Honey, don't feel it. Honey, don't feel it. That, Vicky, that would get your views up cutting his hair live. Yeah.
It ain't worth it.
Oh, wait. Cindy said her friend from high school was roommates with Ric Flair.
Really?
Yeah.
What did he go, whoa, or something, wasn't it? I don't remember what he said.
I don't know.
Yeah, woo. He'd stand up there and holler, woo, or something. You know, I'm not going to offend the wrestling fans. I'm just not a wrestling. I just don't watch it.
Okay, we got 16 people on. We need some thumbs up.
We had a friend that watched wrestling all the time.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. He's going on to be with the Lord.
But he thought it was real. Yeah.
Oh,
Didn't he?
yeah, he did. Yeah.
And some of it is. You know, the thing is, somebody hit me in the face like they got. We'd have to fight, you know.
Cindy said they went to Monday Night Wrestling all through high school at the local auditorium. How about,
Oh,
I don't
well.
think I've ever been to a wrestling match.
Well, I have because my mom was the secretary. Oh, I don't know exactly what her job title was. More than that, I think. And they had at the local. My mom was the secretary at the TV station, and that's where they had wrestling back in the back. I used to get to sit behind the cameras, but that was, gosh, probably in the late '60s, early '70s.
I remember your mom met Bo and Hope
Yeah,
from was it Days of Our Lives?
yeah, I think so. I'm not. Yeah.
Yep. Cindy, no, Debbie said you look very nice in yesterday's church shirt. I like that shirt yesterday. Yeah. Oh, yesterday,
Oh, my yesterday shirt.
Mhm. We actually got, okay, in the coffee overflow, when all the seats are full in the church service, they have two overflow sections. Well, one is the coffee table, and that's where we sit. And some people our age, I think our doctor sits there. His doctor sits there. His wife and family, and people just sit there and they watch it on a big screen, big TV screen, and they also have all through the little outside lobby
We have big screen TVs.
couches and all kinds of stuff. It's just an overflow section. And then there's another overflow section in the north venue. I've never been to that one. I've never been to that overflow. But anyway, yesterday we finally were able to sit in one of the comfortable couches and watch the service. We never got to sit in the couch in the overflow section.
Yeah, I don't know what it was. If we was just earlier than we normally.
I don't
But
know.
no, there wasn't that many people in
I
there.
think they had a children's event this past week. Maybe
Right.
everybody was tired. Yeah.
Or maybe come to the later. This was early service.
No, we were at the 11 o'clock service. Yeah. Because we left there and you took me to eat
Well,
supper,
sure.
lunch. Yeah.
Maybe everybody went early.
I don't know. But there was some vacant couches, and it was like, wow, we finally got to, after all these years, we finally got to sit in one of the couches and watch. And there was a sweet little baby. It was a mom with a new baby, and her other two kids were in the nursery, the children's area. So, but this baby was a tiny, tiny, tiny baby.
Yeah, maybe a month.
Yeah,
maybe
probably a month or so. And she sat.
best baby I ever seen.
That baby was so good during the whole service.
Never uttered a sound.
Mm-mm.
Ours didn't do that.
Let's see. Just have to watch my grandson and his friend. They wrestle all the time. Done some damage to each other. But
Oh,
can't. Yeah.
Oh, when I was a kid, I liked to wrestle. I just didn't like to watch wrestling too much.
Oh.
I think because I seen them when they wasn't wrestling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. Debbie said their church has an overflow section, but sadly their congregation is down to 30. Oh, Debbie, that's sad.
Well,
That's sad. Ebb and flow. Maybe it's just ebb and
ours
flow.
ours is way up. I
Mhm.
don't really know how many we have, but we have how many venues? 4?
Yeah, we have the main campus is on Lincoln Road. Now the main campus is the one
Originally where we went.
originally that we went. Now Chris's aunt and his cousins, they went to the first Baptist church that was downtown.
Hattiesburg.
Yeah, and they outgrew that, and they built the church where we joined, and I think we ended up having to have 3 services. Yeah, 3 morning services, and 8:30.
But I don't know.
Oh,
I think
no,
it was more than that. I think
it was
8:30, maybe
9:30,
9:40,
9:45, and then 11. Yeah.
something like that. But
But-
then
Then we built this church over that we're at now, and they have 2 services now, and it has, I think, I don't know how many seats it is, but that's good. But we have the main campus, and then we have another campus across town where each campus has their own
preacher.
campus pastor. But there's 2 in Hattiesburg, there's 1 in Jones County, 1 in Wiggins, and one on the Gulf Coast.
Yeah.
And so what happens, whoever the main preacher, whichever preacher from one of those campuses will come up to the main campus and preach. Well, it's telecasted to the other campuses. They have this humongous screen. It really looks like the preacher's up there. Because it's humongous. But that's yeah, so we've grown from that little bitty church, of course, before our time, but Chris's was it Betty and Ed and
Actually, Betty's mama.
and your cousins, is it Becky and Rebecca and I can't think one starts with a J. Jenny and her children. Well, they went to the very first one, but Junie and Cliff look like they enjoy. Well, actually, Cliff was too little to be at Vacation Bible School, but Rebecca would drop him off, and he would get to do some of the little stuff while waiting to pick Juniper up.
Well, they got a fee. 4.
Without your parents. Now, ours went from infant on because I was one of the teachers or one of the directors. But if your mom is not teaching, you have to wait till you're 4, I think.
4, probably, yeah.
Or it's so funny. Rebecca says they take Rebecca's phone, and it is so funny. She'll find little videos of them.
They video each other.
They video like, "Hey guys, this is Juniper, and we're at the water park, and or you hear Cliff, hey guys, hey guys, hey guys." They love it. She says,
We went swimming with him yesterday, with both of them.
Both of them yesterday, and they are to the point where, I think while we were gone, Rebecca and maybe Cliff, Nathan jumped in there with them and was teaching them how to swim without the swimmies. I am so nervous that I can't watch them both without swimmies because I'm afraid someone's gonna
choke or something,
go underwater, and I'm not going to see it in time. And so yesterday we both were in there, and they did not want to put theirs. They hurt. They're going to fall off. I don't want the swimmies. And so he spent the entire time with them swimming from the steps to him, back and forth. And I sat over there going, hyperventilating because Clifford just jumped off and just blew.
But he swims. He kind of swims different. He kind of swims under the water, and Jennifer could swim really well,
but not far.
I wouldn't trust her far.
She will sink to the bottom, and she'll jump up because she can. When she gets to the bottom, she'll jump out. The cliff's not there yet.
No, and they're not. I think they're really close, but they're not what I call good swimmers yet. But they're pretty close. And I don't know. It always scares me. Kids in swimming pools or kids in the water. Creeks scare me a little more than pools because they've got current and snags and strings and hooks and stuff. So
teach them to float. I think Juniper does know how to float.
They can float, but still, they can float. But it's the fact that they forget they can't really swim good, and you got to be constantly watching.
There would be no way I could get in a big pool with them. Geez.
I once was. Where was we at when I?
Hey, Rebecca's online. She was tutoring somebody. She just got online.
Where was we at? Where is me and you on them? What do they call that little thing you float? Lazy River.
The Lazy River.
And we're just floating along there talking,
Florida.
And all of a sudden there's a body underneath the water rolling. I mean, and it's, I don't know, probably 5 foot deep, but it is swift right there, kind of like rapid. So I go under and grab this person. It turned out to be the test dummy or
Rescue Annie.
Rescue
Annie. Yeah.
And them kids looked at me like, what'd you do that for? I'm like, I didn't know that I didn't even see them till all this is over, till I got the Annie up out of the water, and they're standing there looking at me. I said, well,
that lifeguard instructor who was testing to see if the lifeguards
Had noticed.
had noticed
and they didn't.
and they didn't. And that lifeguard was mad. He blew his whistle at Chris, but Chris was like, well, I'm sorry. I was just over
How
here.
am I supposed to know? You know,
Yeah, it looked like a kid to me.
and all I seen was arms and legs going, just rolling in that current. You know.
Yeah.
But I'm like, but before that, there was
Well
a little
done,
girl.
Chris. You
Huh.
rescued Annie.
Yeah.
He did, but the lifeguard was not very happy. But hey, we just over here doing our part, saving the world.
Well, people don't watch their kids in the water
Mm-mm.
very well. You
No.
know? Or they don't watch them like I think they should.
Yeah.
Because I know kids do stupid things sometimes. You know.
Yeah.
And they can hit their head or whatever. You know. And the water is just not real forgiving. You know.
I remember, and I may have told y'all this, I'm not really sure, but Cindy and I, my first semester of college, I hadn't even turned 18. And Cindy and them have a camp. Her parents had a camp down there in Van Cleve, and there's, what's the name of that? Jackson County campus? What's the name of that? I can't think of that. Anyway, there was junior college down there. So I was
Perk.
no Perk
Not
is,
Perk.
mm-mm.
What is it? Is it?
Perk is in Perkinston.
Yeah, I don't know then.
But anyway, so we went down there and we stayed in the little trailer. Now they had a big camp, the big main camp, but we stayed in the little trailer, and which was the original camp. I had a room, and Cindy had a room, and we thought we was grown. But I remember one day we were Aunt Christine had sent us down there. We had guests. They had guests at the big camp. It was some oil field workers, big wigs or whatever. I don't know what you call them, up in the oil field. And they were staying at the big house. Well, Cindy and them needed something from the big house. So Cindy and I walked down there to get it. And I remember the guy saying, hey, which one are you? And it was two-story camp. And I said, I'm Vicky. He said, oh, you're the young one. And I said, yeah. And because it was me and Cindy. And he said something. Well, nice to meet you. And I said, well, it's nice to meet you or whatever. And we got what we needed. We went on back up to our little trailer. And it was 30 minutes. That guy was dead. He was dead. He had gone out. Him and his girlfriend had gone out in a boat. And another boat hit them. They went fishing, and another boat, I guess, was coming along pretty good,
Skiing or something,
and ran into their little John boat thing. And that literally was like 30 minutes later, because they were getting ready to go out when he stepped out on the balcony. So that's one of the reasons I'm scared of water. Yeah, just scared of water.
I'm not scared. I've almost drowned, but there was other reasons for that. Yeah.
I'm saying alcohol was involved.
Yeah, it was. And cowboy boots. Yeah. You can't swim in cowboy boots.
No. Mm-mm.
Plus, when you've been drinking, so.
Debbie, my mom. Let's see. My sister took her to the last 2 doctor's appointments, which I'm glad that my sister did it, because I had Cliff today. But she took her to the last 2, and I think today was dermatology, and last week my sister took her to eye doctor. Yeah, I don't know. Terry sent the message in our little group and said, "Mom needs summer clothes," and I thought, well, I bought Mom capri pants, like one of every color last year. There's no telling what she's doing with them. But I think Carla and Terry both are going to pick up some shirts. And I said, when I get paid, I'll pick her up some shirts and some shorts, I guess. I don't know. I mean, her little apartment's not that big. I don't know.
All that stuff come up missing.
I don't know. Well, you'll find it later on.
Or she gives it to people.
I don't know. But I know I bought a pair of white capris and yellow and tan, because they were all on clearance at the end of last summer. Yeah, I don't know what she's done with them. I did buy her 3 pairs of shorts, and they turned out to be shorts.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, she sleeps in them. So
The,
her little cotton. I didn't realize they were so short. I would have never bought them for my mother to prance around in the nursing home.
I don't know.
Oh, let's see. What else we got going on? Oh, we got 20 people on. Welcome. Buy a book. My whole intentions of my books is when he retires, I want to get a little camper, just a little one, and go all over to bookstores and festivals in the state and maybe in y'all's neck of the woods somewhere, and do book signings all over. But I have to wait till he retires.
2 years and 3 months.
That's when you go retire.
Mhm.
So you gotta get us enough for a little bit of camper. Y'all, our first camper was literally held together with duct tape and duck screws.
Sheet metal screws.
Sheet metal screws. But we
Hey,
took
but you
that
know what?
camper
That's
everywhere. I want something more than that.
Oh yeah, that was our first was a pop up.
That was your daddy's.
I know, but
Yeah.
we used it on our first piece of property.
Yeah.
Well, I don't even know if we spent the night out there. I think we go out there in the day and maybe we so busy. I was so busy than trying to make a living.
Yeah.
But yeah, that first camper was something, but it served its purpose, you know.
Yeah. Cindy and them had a nice camper, and we had that little $3,000, $4,000 camper. But we loved it. It didn't even have a
Slide out. Right?
propane.
Yeah, it did.
No, it did not have a propane refrigerator. We had
refrigerator.
Yeah.
Yeah. It had a stove though.
on the road Lake Edition.
Yeah.
Who is that? Let's see. I don't even know how to say your name. What is that? An O-H?
I don't know. I got to get these on.
Johan?
Johan Moose. I don't
Is
know.
that a U or an F? I can't see
I
it.
don't know.
But welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome. Let's
We
see.
used to camp a lot when the kids was coming up. I mean, that's where how we went on vacation, how we could afford to go on vacation.
Yeah.
But we'd go to Breckenridge, snow skiing,
Key West.
Key West, and a lot of places in between there. But
Now, Cindy they had the same camper for 20-something years, and it looked
like
spotless.
it's new.
Johan like Johan, but with the Y. Very good. Glad to have you
How
here.
doing?
We they parked it under the barn, so it was new. So then they sold that one after like 20-something years, 28 years, and it looked brand new. And they bought a driving one. Now-
Motorhome.
Now BC loved the driving one, but Cindy did not. So now they have this humongous one
that you pull.
that you pull as a
Fifth wheel.
fifth wheel. It has a bedroom on the back and a bedroom on the front. So Chris and I would have the bedroom on the back. Had bunk beds. I think I've showed you that one before. I think traveling
Yeah.
to book events would be fun. Yes, I think that would be really fun.
I think traveling to bass tournaments might be better.
Well, that too.
Or we could do both.
Yeah. It's a
Yeah.
pop-up camper that they had. See, I that is my whole goal is to, get all these books published because I got several more that I need to send in, and then save some money and buy some copies of it and just go all over. Just me and him, just go all over and, I load up our own
Figure out how
food.
we're gonna carry my boat. Tied on the back.
Well, you could just use your kayak.
Oh, that's true.
Use your kayak on the
Yeah, I like a kayak, but not with Cliff. I hadn't figured out how me and him are gonna fish in the kayak because he's okay if you drive him about, I don't know, 3 or 4 minutes. But I can't imagine him with a fishing pole in a kayak. We would be upside down
Yeah.
with hooks in both of
Yeah.
us.
Yeah.
So I need to get a little flat boat. just a little that I can pick up and put in the water.
What about one of those boats you can just blow up? Would that
no.
work? Would that work on these?
No
on
hooks
these?
go in them.
Oh,
I never have seen how people fish out of them. Because I've been hooked, and everybody that's ever fished been hooked. I don't see how they don't get deflated.
oh yeah. I don't know.
They're just for looks, for if you're just paddling around the lake. I think.
Yeah.
But
But your canoe would be fine.
Not with Cliff.
But Cliff ain't going on with us on these.
Oh, the kayak's fine with me.
Yeah.
But I'm talking about for around here taking him fishing, a flatboat, a little cheap little flatboat with a trolling motor that I can just, that I can handle by myself and put in the water. And I don't even need a big motor, just a trolling motor, where he can walk around.
So there you got it, folks. Buy a book, support the channel, tell your friends about the channel. Subscribe, go back and make a comment on some of these videos. We got like what, over 500 something videos. Y'all go make a comment. Yeah. Y'all go make a comment and share it and like it. And we need to get this camper idea going. I got 3 years.
No, 2 years.
I'm sorry, 2 years.
3 months.
3 months. I hope we win the lottery between here and there.
27 months. You better tighten up.
I'm trying to.
What's that say?
Smash the lights on the damn stream. There you go, Johan. You made me say a cuss word. There goes my ladies. Hang on. Forgive me for my cuss word. Johan did it. He made me do it. Is that with the increase of retirement? Yeah, he is 67 here. It'll probably be 72 before I can draw.
No. I don't know how that works. I need to be checking out Medicaid.
Medicare.
Or whatever it's called.
Well, you get those little cards all the time, but you said you weren't going to retire.
No, you got to apply for it or they penalize you.
Wait, what?
In 3 months. That's what I read today on that thing.
Oh, well, no, I did not know that. So you still have to apply for it at 65, 62?
I do, just for me.
Well, you should.
It's a medical part. I have to apply for it when you turn 65.
But you got to do that before, right?
I don't know.
Oh, my stars, y'all. Now I got a new stress.
What are you stressing about?
Well, I didn't know.
Just call the insurance guy tomorrow. He'll tell you.
Okay.
I think I just got to sign up. I don't even have to use it. I just got to sign up or something.
I did not know that. Let's see. Camping World has some awesome deals right now. I'm constantly window shopping on their website. Now, Jennifer, y'all say hello to Jennifer. That's my cousin. The ever popular Jennifer. She can play any instrument there is. I was so jealous of her. She can sing. She can play the piano, the drums. I don't mean to offend Jennifer, but it was Church of God, right? Church of God y'all was raised in. Her daddy and mom was a godly man and woman. And they had music in their church, and Jennifer could play anything. Made me so jealous. I couldn't play 2 sticks rubbed together.
I barely can play the radio.
I know. Yeah. I'm just. Now, your grandchildren go to the same church she was raised in, right, Jennifer?
Where are you reading all this?
Oh, see, it's Jennifer, cousin. Sign up. Picking insurance Part B is usually starting in October of the year. And I guess I need to find out. I didn't know. I didn't know.
Well, I don't turn 65 till the end of September. So I probably next month I need to start finding out what to do.
Is that Dale? Dale's who we need to call?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because, we changed insurances, but he knew that eventually, I don't know. I may not be. We may take me off of that insurance. I don't know. Let him figure that out.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess I'll be busy tomorrow finding out what I need to do with this.
I think you got 3 months.
Medicare is 65 until 4 months after. A is required. Free. Part B is optional. I don't know.
But at some reason, I have to sign up, right?
I don't
Right,
know.
Cindy?
I guess I need to ask cousin Cindy because she did for BC, I guess. I don't know.
I don't know, but I'm pretty sure Part A. I think I got to sign up for Part A, and you don't have to use it, but you got to sign up for it or something.
Well, I'm glad that we had a live stream so that I could learn about this.
Well,
You know, you could have just told me directly instead of having to go through the 24 people that's watching.
uh-huh.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I think that's what I read today on that while you was asleep.
Y'all, I tell you what, that's the best sleep ever. I woke up, thought it was Tuesday.
Thought it was morning.
Oh, I slept all night. I feel so rested. Yeah. Yep. Well, let's see. We on 41 minutes. We talked about absolutely nothing important.
Well, the Part A Medicare might be important.
Well, it might be. It might be. Oh, Jennifer and I used to go camping. Her daddy had a pop-up. And let's see. Do you remember, I think, Jennifer, Billy and I went, and Billy and your brother stayed in the van, and it didn't have screens on the window. And it seems like Billy said that they got eat up by mosquitoes. Him and your brother. Let's see. We were visiting. Doesn't have to be important. There you go. Ask someone you trust about Medicare. Yeah, I'm going to call tomorrow. I just realized I can put people in timeout. Y'all watch out for this new power of mine. Rebecca, did you have to put somebody in timeout? Who was it? Was it Johan for making me say a cuss word? I was just reading it. Let's see. Hold on, Vicky. My AC is very important. It's hot as Hades. Yo, you ain't done hot till you done Mississippi hot living in a trailer.
Hey, well, Florida is hot too now.
That is hot.
I remember the first time this kid was young. We went to Key West, and it was freezing here, ice everywhere. We stepped out in Key West in the middle of the night. It was 92 degrees. Remember what that? We went from 28 to 92, you know.
Yeah.
Key West is hot.
Now I remember one time we got there and the boys were going to sleep in a tent and the wind was blowing like 90 miles an hour. Remember that?
Mm.
Yeah, Jennifer, I remember. I wasn't in that Royal Gorge one. That was Mother, Terry, and Billy. I don't know where I was. I think I worked at the hospital then. I don't remember. But anyway, Jennifer's dad and mom took my mom and brother and sister, and they went in that little
shuttle.
It's the thing that hangs on the wire that goes across
monorail thing
across the Royal Gorge. And Billy found Jesus in that. He found Jesus. It was a whole Church of God event, wasn't it, Jennifer? He was like, "Help me, Jesus, get me down," you know, that type of thing. Yeah, he was scared. I would be scared too. I don't know if I'd do that.
I'd do it. I'd have to look at it, but I'd do it probably.
Rebecca
said, "No, I just discovered my new power. She could put them in." You just now figuring that out, Rebecca?
Zip line. That's what it's called. Yeah, that's what it's called.
Well, a zip line is one you hold on to by hand, right?
Yeah, but it's the zip. It's the line that goes across. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know what we're gonna have for supper because I was to make shake and bake pork chops, and
Well, you just
The-
eat.
I'm eating a well. Yeah.
Well, did they learn their lesson? Putting them in.
No, she said she hadn't put anybody in timeout yet.
Oh.
She just found her new power. Yeah, I'm with Billy. I don't think I would like going in that little thing.
What? That buggy?
Yeah, that zip line thing.
You should watch. One of the people I watch, it's very few I watch, but the guy, Blue Gabe, the fisherman.
That's his man crush. Boy crush. What do you call it?
It ain't a man crush. He fishes and hunts.
He likes his channel.
Anyway, he showed him fighting an alligator, but he's scared of bridges like you. And he just had to cross a bridge, and he took his wife or girlfriend, whatever, to wherever her family, like in Ohio or somewhere, Delaware, I think. And he was scared to death on that bridge. He seemed to be, I don't have that. I remember when I was a little bitty kid, that bridge going across Lake Pontchartrain used to freak me out because it went straight up, but it didn't last but just a second.
Yeah.
And plus, he was riding in the back of the land yachts with the windows rolled up. You couldn't really see it because of the smoke.
There's a was it Huey P. Long
Oh, I've been across that one too.
that has a train.
Track above it,
Yeah.
or is
What-
it below it?
Who was it? You who y'all
No.
was going across it, and the trailer come beside y'all?
No,
Who was
it
that?
wasn't me. I had to drive. I'm not sure I even had my driver's license. I helped Dane move his aunt from Houma to Hattiesburg. Well, I didn't realize that when we got down there, I was going to be the one driving the U-Haul truck back. And he's riding in the car with his aunt. And I'm following him, in the U-Haul. And this thing do 48 wide open. And we got to that Huey P. Long Bridge. It's real narrow. And it's got a curve in it. And I don't remember if the railroad tracks is above it or below it, but they're there. And it shakes when they.
Oh yeah.
And there I am driving that U-Haul truck, and people's blowing their horn because they couldn't get by. Because the truck, I was on the edge, but it was built in like the 20s when they had Model Ts. It's just not very wide. But I stayed in my lane. I just let them blow the horn, and drove it. I'm pretty sure I didn't have a license, but I may have. If I did, I hadn't had them long. But I'd never driven a U-Haul truck, especially never driven across the Huey P. Long. That's an experience in itself in any kind of vehicle.
Yeah, that bridge is still
Yeah,
a functioning bridge.
I guess it is. It was a few years ago.
My new friend Johan said, "Ain't nothing wrong with appreciating skills, Chris. Don't let her bully you." That's the second time I've been called a bully this week. Am I a bully?
What was she bullying me about?
I don't know. I'll have to
She
watch
don't
it.
bully me.
I'll have to
I
watch
just
it
let her
back.
think she's bullying me. She don't bully me.
Someone said I was a bully with one of my characters in a book. One of my fictional characters in a fictional book. Someone called me a bully. I was bullying a character.
Hey.
Oh.
I think Johan like to stir it up.
Yeah, Johan.
That might be my new friend.
Hey,
Then.
Johan be your new friend. Oh, that's 10. Whoa. That would I'd have to find a new way back to Mississippi.
Well, you remember my cousin, Mary Margaret? She was on top of that tall bridge in New Orleans that crosses where all the railroad tracks and the river goes under it and all that. Right at the top of it, her brand new truck, her and Butch's 2-week-old truck got hit by lightning. And he wouldn't go nowhere. It's dead. Shoot, on top of that bridge.
And hit by lightning.
I didn't even know lightning would hit a vehicle, but it sure did that one.
Hey, Mary. Hi, guys. Sorry I'm late. Just wanted to hop on and say hello. I am so glad you're here. Let's see. Sarah Broom said, that means she's making it in the YouTube world when she needs a monitor to silence people. The ones I watch have to get a few members to do that every live. Wow.
What now? I was talking about
Yes, I
bullies.
need to put Mom, the bully. I said, you know, my character, and this is the one in Daddy's Money, and the main character, Eleanor Sims, she has an innate ability to see right through people's pain, and she saw that this man was struggling with his identity, and she talked to him, but I guess the character, the what do you call it? The
I don't know. I didn't hear it.
I guess some people don't know the rest of the story. Maybe Chris is so nonchalant that he doesn't even care about worldly interactions. A true grand Chad. I don't know what that means. You got to dumb it down a little bit, Johan.
It sounds English.
I don't know.
What are you doing, Lord?
Let's see. I have to run. Oh, well, bye, Sandy. Thank you.
See you later.
Thank you for the live,
you, Sandy.
the super chat. Thank you for the super chat, Sandy.
Yeah, Johan likes to stir it up. He's one of them
Pot stirs,
cheeky lods.
chicky lods. You know, there was a new plant in my backyard. And look, I think it was just a weed that come up and inside one of my old flower pots. I didn't plant it. My mom's on the phone. Oh, tell her we said hello, Cindy. So anyway, I was walking by. I thought, what is that? So I sent a picture. I said, what kind of plant is this? I didn't plant it. And Eli and Rebecca sent it back. I said, Mom, that's weed. What?
What did
So
I send you?
you told me to stop spreading
Stop sending my plant
pictures on
the internet.
it is not weed. But then I got scared and it kind of looks like weed. But I didn't plant it. I don't know what kind of plant it is. I'll show you. No, what if it is? What if it is
It's
weed?
not weed.
Can weed seeds float through the air?
I don't know. According to how good it is, I reckon.
Good it is. What?
If it's really good weed, you might be floating in there.
No.
I'm just messing with
Can
you.
the seeds,
I don't know.
like if the neighbor planted pot in her backyard or his
I
backyard?
don't know. Are you accusing our neighbors? girl?
No, I want to know. Do I need to be periodically looking in my yard for pot plants?
No. Oh my goodness. I know nothing about that. But I'm pretty sure it don't float in the air because they got little round hard seeds that you put in the ground. They don't float in the air like cottonwood and stuff.
Grand Chad means young folks speak for cool grandpa. Oh, there you go. You are a cool grandpa.
Cool grandpa. Huh?
If I am around and Chris is around, they are like glue. The only time that he doesn't go to Pop is if he has a bobo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Goes to Nurse Honey.
Yeah. He is stuck to him. In fact, he finally got the little front part of the yard. Remember I told you it rains every day? And he got on the lawnmower, and where the trailer was, they did a couple of circles, and then it wasn't 30 minutes that the storm came again. Let's see, for legal reasons, it was not. No, it was not. I don't know what it was.
It wasn't pot. It was just a weed.
But-
Well, I mean, weeds. I guess pot is a weed.
But I know I did not plant anything in there. So whatever it was, it just kind of
Just
got,
keep saying that.
it just got. I'm going to show by the picture of it. Because I sent it to our group, and I was like, what?
Now
what
you're
kind of-
putting it on the internet like I told you not to.
See, it's in an old pot. What is that? What kind of plant is that?
Weed.
Wait, can
No.
y'all see that? Yeah.
It's not. It's not weed.
So then I started Googling, and I didn't really have my glasses, and I thought, oh my gosh, it is, because that's the picture off of Google. But yeah, how do you defend that? I don't know. It just blew in the air and landed in that pot. Oh, Johan, he said that's not weed.
Oh, Johan's.
I think Johan would know what that looked like. Yeah.
Johan might.
Johan, you and him would be buddies, I'm telling you. A tomato plant? Is that what that is?
No.
A tomato plant?
It's not. It's a weed. It's just a. I don't know. They got big, when they get big real quick, and they got big stems on them, kind of like marijuana, but not
What?
that plant out there.
Wait,
That's just a.
that's just a weed. Okay.
I'm just messing with you.
Okay. Yeah. I'm not going down. I'll tell you right now. That will be your plant before I get through with it. It's not mine.
She'd probably be calling the police. Come check, make sure my husband ain't growing weed.
I think Rebecca, no, Eli and Nathan have that plant and tree identifier on their phone. I think.
It's not marijuana. It's just a.
I was so nervous I had trouble spelling marijuana. I figured I just spoke it into the phone.
Marijuana. That's what some of the old rednecks used to say. He's smoking that marijuana.
No, they used to call it that
Marriage.
them funny cigarettes.
Left-handed cigarette.
Left-handed cigarettes. I've never heard that one.
Yeah.
Left-handed cigarette.
What you quit for, Becca?
We've embarrassed her.
Oh my goodness.
Mary Jane.
Maybe.
Well.
I don't know. Look, it's almost been an hour,
Oh my goodness, y'all.
and we talked about literally nothing.
We have 27 people. Y'all hit that
Buy a book.
yeah, let's say, Johan, have you ever heard of sticky icky? I don't think I know what that is. Did I just say something really ugly?
No, but it's close to it.
What? What is it? Well, tell me later.
I don't know. I
Yeah.
would assume it's weed.
Yeah, I got to tell you a funny story now. Okay, church ladies, just sit down. And just sit down, church ladies. When I was at USM, after I got out of my nursing phase, I wanted to be in criminal justice. And now you're going to think this is funny, Johan. And so anyway, I was in CJ at USM. And one of the first few classes, was just talking about the whatever. But then I got to ride around. They worked it out with the police department. And we got to ride around a night with the actual popo, and we were dating. And now, Rebecca, you need to hear this. So anyway, the guy I was with, Sergeant somebody, I don't know. We done toured through the nightclubs and anyway, so we were going to go. He had the places that he checks out and everything, and we drove down this, and I know where this place is now. Still to this day, I pass it and I giggle. But anyway, we rode down this back road and just to see what kind of activities was going on out there. And I thought, I am big stuff now. I am riding with the popo.
Jack and Lisa.
Yeah. So anyway, and the guy, I'm in college, but I'm not knowledgeable of.
She ain't street smart.
I ain't street smart. Okay. There are words that I did not know. Okay. Now,
which you asked me.
He was street smart, and he was older, and he knew things that I did not know. So anyway, the guy was just talking. We just make around. A lot of times you just catch people back here giving a BJ. Now, I'm sorry, Rebecca, that he said the whole word, and I just looked at him like, oh yeah, because I'm trying to play it out cool. And I went back later that next day or whatever. I said, and I told him, I said, well, we went just to check out and see if there was anybody with the BJ back there. And he looked at me and he was like, "What are you studying at that college?" I said, "I don't know." He's checking out a BJ's. And I didn't know what that was. I didn't know what that was. And he tried to explain it to me. And I was like, he said, "Come here, baby. I'll show you what that is." And I said, "I don't think so. It's illegal," because I still didn't know what it was. But I said, "I'm not going to jail." Is much more experienced than me. I didn't know the lingo and all that kind of stuff. I didn't know a lot of stuff. But yeah.
Yeah.
He said, "Just what are you studying at that college?" I said, I'm gonna be a cop.
I knew that wasn't gonna happen.
Turns out, y'all, there's a lot of scary people in this world. And I'm scared of them. So the whole cop business, that went away.
My face was red.
When I was telling the story about it.
Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't know where exactly you was going with it. Yeah, but
Well,
I knew where you was going.
yes, Jennifer, I was sheltered. There was a lot of stuff I didn't know. And I was 21 when we met, I think.
Probably.
Yeah. Sorry, Rebecca. Rebecca, are you okay? She said, Did I lose?
You done turned this into something.
Did I lose all my church ladies? I am so sorry because I said a cuss word on here. That's Johan's fault. And Johan, don't come back now. We got to get some church on in here. Unless you want to go to church with us, Johan. I'm running my peoples off. Let's see. Traumatized another generation. Yeah.
Yeah, buddy.
I wonder who Johan is.
Oh, Johan's
Where
got it then.
Where you at? Where you live, Johan?
Johan's up.
You and Chris would be some good buddies.
I don't know about that.
Mm-mm-mm.
Well, Chris is leaving stage
You
now.
remember that? You remember that man who at what is it, 5 till or 12 o'clock on the church? He leaves.
Yeah.
1 hour and
Bob.
he's gonna go. He's
Bob.
gonna leave.
His wife's name Pearl. Come
Wife's
on,
name's
Pearl.
Pearl.
He gonna preach all day.
All right, guys. Thank y'all. Johan, come back. We enjoyed having you here. You was a breath of fresh air. And I hope I didn't offend my church ladies. I am so sorry if I did. Do come back. Bye, Chris. Probably safer. Oh my goodness, Katie, I'm so glad you're here. Debbie, thank you for always being here. And JC, I need to write some more about JC. I tell you, Rebecca said she's putting herself in timeout now. Good night. Let me see if I can end this thing without Rebecca being here. Love you guys.